Hello everyone, my name is MAISARAH binti SAMSUL KHALILI. My matric number is 2023443426. Today I will present my individual assignment about the salient Shariah issues in the contemporary application of Tawwaruq for subject Islamic finance. I will start with the introduction. Tawwaruq is a financial instrument where the buyer buys a commodity from the seller on credit and the buyer sells the same commodity to a third party on immediate payment. The aim is to obtain cash in a Shariah compliance manner without taking out an interest-based loan and can be used to cover rigid personal funding needs such as education expenses and emergency expenditure. Next, here are three types of Tawwaruq. First, Tawwaruq Fardi, individual Tawwaruq, where individuals in need of cash buy goods on credit, then resell the goods to the third parties for immediate cash. Second, Tawwaruq Munazam, organized Tawwaruq, is a structured arrangement where financial institutions coordinate the purchase and sale of commodities on behalf of their customer. Third, Tawwaruq Masrafi, reserve Tawwaruq, which is classified as spent by Tawwaruq. Islamic financial institution fully organize the entire process of buying and selling commodities to provide customers with Shariah compliant cash financing. In this slide, I will give an example step by step of how Tawwaruq is done. Okay. First step, a customer approach an Islamic bank and request financing. Step 2, the Islamic bank buy a Shariah compliance commodity from commodity supplier on a spot cash basis. Step 3, the bank then sells the commodity to customer using a murabaha, cost plus profit contract at a higher price with deferred payment terms. Step 4, the customer then sells the commodity to a third party for immediate cash. And the last step is the customer receives the cash and repays the bank in installment over an agreed period. Okay, now I will explain the issues related to Tawwaruq in Malaysia. The first issue is the Tawwaruq may seem similar to riba because it is sometimes used mainly to obtain cash and not for genuine trade. This commodity is only used for a short time and then resold immediately. So, to address this issue, Islamic banks should ensure the real trade takes place, strengthen Shariah monitoring, encourage contracts such as musyarakah and mudarabah, and increase transparency in every transaction. The next issue is the lack of genuine ownership and possession. Customers usually do not take physical possession of the commodity, and ownership may exist only briefly before the commodity is resold. Some customers may not even know the details of the commodity involved. To overcome this issue, banks should improve ownership documentation, provide transaction details and ownership certificate, allow customers to take physical delivery of the commodity, and increase transparency in commodity trading. This measure can help ensure that Tawwaruq is implemented according to Shariah principle. The third issue is agency conflict. This happens because the Islamic bank often plays multiple roles in one transaction. The bank may act as the seller of the commodity, the customer's agent, and also manage the whole trading process. Because of this, customers are usually not directly involved in the buying and selling activities. To solve this problem, the roles should be separated as much as possible. Islamic banks should not handle all roles alone. Instead, independent commodity brokers should be used to carry out the trading process. Besides that, Shariah supervision and monitoring must be strengthened to make sure all transactions follow Islamic principles properly. Lastly, banks should improve disclosure and educate customers better, so they clearly understand how the Tawwaruq process works. The last issue is the similarity between Tawwaruq and Bai' al-Inah. In organized Tawwaruq, transaction can become highly structured and may focus mainly on obtaining cash rather than genuine trading activities. This may raise concern about Shariah compliance and reduce confidence in Islamic banking products. To overcome this issue, transactions should involve independent third parties, pre-arranged buyback agreements should be prohibited, and each contract should remain separate. Regular Shariah reviews are also necessary to ensure that Tawwaruq remains valid and compliant with Islamic principles. In conclusion, Tawwaruq is widely used by Islamic banks in Malaysia because it helps customers get financing in a Shariah compliance way without using interest-based loan. However, the way Tawwaruq is practiced today has some issues. It can look similar to riba. There may be no real ownership of the commodity. There are agency problems, and it can also be similar to Bai' al-Inah. Because of this, Islamic financial institutions need to strengthen Shariah governance. they must also make sure every Tawwaruq transaction follows Islamic principle and supports the objective of Sharia. I think that's all from me. Thank you.